Whoa. What? That's crazy. It's actually nothing. It just was the fact that I'm on screen now. Hello, 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 Alex. I see you in chat. We're talking Snapchat for a moment. I genuinely, listen, I'm in my 30s. I know there's people that are in their 30s that still use it, but I just feel like it's like not as common, right? And I don't remember who it was, but someone in our friend group was like, hey, did you see the snap that I sent you like last weekend? And I was like, what are you talking about? And they were like, oh, I sent you a Snapchat. And I was like, I haven't logged in probably since before COVID. And they're like, oh, well, you should go check it out. And so like I re-downloaded it, had to try and figure out how to log back in. I've been added by like probably no less than 8,000 porn bots. Just like my Tumblr, for whatever reason. I guess there's just no regulation on either of these things. I had to close the stream and come back because the closed captioner took over my whole dang thing. Is it still acting up? The closed captioner has been less than ideal. And I wish I could fix it. Because I have, or at least I've tried to fix it. It just does not want to be fixed, I think. But yeah, you gotta love the porn bots. Like, they're so adamant. They're like, we want to be a part of your life. And I'm like, I don't, because you're not real. What a metaphor for life, huh? All right, let me pull up this game, though. Because we're going to be getting into the ending of the game. Not that game, I'm so sorry. The ending of the whatever it's called. The season, I guess, is the word for it. Oh. Sorry, 1 second. Why is it That's the highlighter. What the heck? It's not giving me the option for there it goes, studio mode. I want to double check before we get started. I want to just make sure that the game is working. The game audio, rather. See, I'm glad I checked it because, like, I knew that I did something the other day and I figured it probably didn't reset. That's fixed. And now... There we go. That should have the game. Okay. So we're going to pop back in. Yeah, no, we're not at all close to the ending of the game, but we are definitely close to the end of the first season, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I really don't know how solid our progress has been. I mean, I feel pretty good about it, but like, you never know what their deal is going to be. Okay. Here we go. So we're in the game. Well, I mean, the game is up. I guess we're not necessarily in the game, right? Could turn the game audio down just a tiny bit. And then also, I don't know, because here's a fun thing for you. I don't know. I'm going to come back to this screen for just a brief moment. I don't know what the situation is on, like, Twitch, because I know that like when you're in Zoom or Discord or whatever, there's such a harsh compressor on microphones and stuff like that. So a lot of the times you do something, do season changes lock things out? I mean, kind of like Stardew, there's like certain things that you can't do. So like I don't think I have anything that's specific to spring right now, but if I do, I only have like 3 days to do it. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to attempt to open this can and grip it and rip it, and we're going to see if it actually makes it onto stream. Here we go. Ready? I mean, for me, that said that it clipped the damn mic. So we'll see how that sounded to you. But cheers. Perfect. And I apologize. I try to lean away whenever I sip. I know that I'm a loud sipper. That bit from Mim Bim Bam like ages ago, where he's talking about, people being loud gulpers. And he's like, is it me? And Justin, he's like, no, Justin, it's not you. And then when Travis is like, is it me? Well, it's not Justin. I felt that. I don't know what it is about me, but like I cannot gulp, sip, whatever in a way that is just quiet. I got a loud throat. What can I say? My throat game is okay. We're live on Twitch. We can't be getting into that. This is great. See, like one of the best things that happened here at the end of last stream, or during the second half of Amount of Water, that happened during the time that you weren't here last time, Alex. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I did get some sugarcane, and sugarcane once it finishes like growing, it does produce sugarcane every day until the end of the season. So that is pretty choice. So that means like a guaranteed small amount of cash every day. I really kind of want to see how much monster essence is, but I know that that's probably not what I need. We're also going to craft an extra... Oh, that's handy. There's a bunch of new stuff that we can do too. We should build one of these. We should also, what I desperately, desperately need is another makeshift chest. So, I need 10 trash. Ooh, hang on. Let's not forget. We have a very important item here, which is this tree. I would say there's probably a little bit of polishing that needs to be... Oops, hang on. I'm a little stuck. I feel like there's a little bit of polishing, but I don't think that it's like... I don't know if this is technically alpha or if it's just like... I mean, I don't know what the difference is, honestly, between early access and alpha. I mean, I think sometimes they are one and the same, but I don't know if that's always the same. I mean, I could be totally wrong. Maybe they are the same. But, yeah, this is still considered early access. But, like, you know, a lot of the stuff that they're adding on now is a lot of just, like, quality of life, really, is what I've noticed. Is, like, you know, like, they've added, like, an option, like, options for things. You know what I mean? Inventory. Let's get the kiln going. Let's make some pizzas. Yeah. I'm kidding. But what if I was like, let's just grill? I mean, that would be my brand, wouldn't it? Why can't I put... This processes wood into charcoal, scraps into glass, and sand into glass. I see. Okay. I thought that I had to put in something to make it work. But this is just kind of like, I think a lot like Stardew. It's like you just put in the item and it immediately starts going. Now, here's a question that I have. If that's all that makes, how do I make... Is it like with a furnace? Yeah, that's what it is. A furnace is what makes metal bars. Okay, no problem. Thanks for lurking though. It's good to have you here. Oh, my wood. I don't know if I've set up a lurk command yet. I should. I don't know what it should sound or what it should look like. What it should say. Because part of me really wants to be a little silly and goofy with it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, you can't be bothered to, you know, stay here for the whole time for your favorite streamer kind of thing. But I also feel like some people would not get that is me, like, you know, I genuinely don't have an issue with lurkers. But I feel like people would immediately be like, oh, he's spitting fact. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Don't fall for that. Can I... Okay, hang on. Let's do some quick management. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. That out of the way. That. Okay. That's been managed, I think. Because it's like, you know, for example, I had shared something from Crub one time because... Oh, I need way more wood. I thought I only needed 10 wood. That's embarrassing. Okay, I need to find something to eat, actually. I shared something from Crub one time that was about, like, you know, small streamers, you must do this. Or, like, you know, or maybe it was, if you're in the audience for a streamer, you should be blank, right? Like, and it was, like, one of those things where part of the comedy to me was, of course, being in the audience and watching that tweet get crafted, you know, and how it was very clearly, you know, I think that if you know him, you obviously know that it's not true or whatever. But then there were definitely people that were thinking that it was true because my favorite thing was he was showing later on that for whatever reason, the VTuber community found this thing and they all started like making videos about like, if you are a streamer, don't do this, you know, as if it was like serious advice or whatever. And he was like, why is it specifically the VTubers that have really latched onto this? It was very fascinating to watch a bunch of like, you know, anime characters effectively talking about this. But like, you know, I don't want to have that be me either, you know, where it's like, if I'm like, here's my lurking joke, and then everyone's like, oh, he actually hates having people in his community or whatever. I'm like, no. I love having people in my community. I don't think you understand. I'm like, I wouldn't say that I'm like, you know, like desperate for a community, right? Like, because I technically have a community, but it's like I vie for a growing community. Where the hell is the... Oh, there it is. Sometimes, you know, you see something multiple times, but then, like, you see it so much that it just sort of starts to blend in with everything that you're looking at. Is that just me? It does make me feel a little bit like that, thing of, you know, you go to look up the symptoms of Alzheimer's and just to find out that all of the links are purple. Sometimes I feel like that. Okay, let's put in the extra wood. Let's hold. Hello. Oh, this is awesome. Welcome, welcome. It's so good to see you. It's so fun to me to see people that are like from other chats. Just for one thing, showing up to like other people's chats, but then like to mine. Oh, that's just such a joy. Hello, how are you? How was your weekend? We are currently most of the way through spring. Oh. Blizzbear, stop. What? Hi. Stop. Not me blushing like a fool on a Monday evening. Hello. Welcome. This is so exciting. Yeah, no, I just bought Coral Springs because I'm a sucker for like any kind of game that is basically just Stardew Valley. That lets me feel like I'm still playing Stardew Valley without starting my like 10th farm. And so far, like, this has been pretty cute with it. You know, it's like there's a lot of similarities, just enough differences. I also have fully forgotten where I was going. Now I remember. Okay. I'm back on track. I got flustered, but we're good. I've got no energy, but we're doing okay. The last thing we did before I stopped the stream last week was I was probably about 20 feet away from my front door, and I passed out, and it was like, good morning, you have negative health. But yeah, I really love this game so far because it does give me the Stardew vibes, and there's a lot of cute people in this town. I mean, there are a lot. Okay, I'm trying to. Oh, there it goes. I didn't realize I was just talking to Pablo. I mean, not that I have a problem with talking to Pablo. I was like, hello? Yeah, you can pass out in this game, and what's great about it is that you pass out an hour earlier than you do in Stardew. So, like, in Stardew, I believe you can get to 2 a.m., unless I'm completely blanking on that information. In my head, it was always 2 a.m. But, like, in this one, it's like 1 a.m. And I didn't know that the very first time I ever played, like, a day, and I was like, I saw that it was hang on a second. Mark, hi. Wait, I should... No, Mark, I don't have your... Shit. I've been bribing Mark into loving me with mushrooms, and I just realized that I'm out of my, like, daily offering to this big, strong man. There is a little bit of, like... Animal Crossing. No, shit. There's a little bit of Animal Crossing vibe with like the capturing of bugs. Okay, yeah, he's gotten away. There's a museum. But we've gotten through a lot of things. There's a lot of interesting like relationships that you can sort of craft or that you sort of have with people in this town. Like all the people that I'm crushing on are I would genuinely say kind of like what would just effectively be like my type, right? Depending on, which I have multiple, to be clear, because, you know, we'll be honest with ourselves, right? But like, hang on, let me look at the list of people. Hang on. People. So like Alice, I don't necessarily like lean any one way or another necessarily with Alice, but she was just like the first person that I met in town, and she was like, oh, I know you, and for some weird reason, she's the only one that knows me. I'm not 100% sure on how to pronounce her name, but she could crush probably every bone in my body, and I feel like that rules. That definitely stopped me in my tracks the first time. Eva has been an absolute sweetheart, and she's a baker. So she's like, every now and then she'll just be like, here's some bread, or like, here's some cookies, and I'm like, speaking my love language. Lily is very cute. Leah is one of those people who her attitude sucks. She's actually kind of terrible. And last week, I believe both Alexa and Alex, I think now that I think about it, have all told me, Colin, no, every time I was like, but I feel like I could fix her. Change her. Sorry, I shouldn't say fix. That sounds really weird. But like, yeah. Macy is adorable. She's a sweetheart. Mark, I feel like, is just a big teddy bear. He's a mountain of a man. But like, kind of hunky. Got the really cool like adventurer eye scar kind of situation going on. And I'm, you know, it's very rugged. I was very flattered when Rachel told me that I kind of looked like Mark. I was like, I am not nearly as strong as Mark, but I'll take it. I've not actually talked to Pablo that much, which is, does that say -1? That, I don't know how I have a negative gift for someone. I'm not sure how we've ended up in this situation. I've only seen Raj like once. Raj has got a good look, and I can never find him. And that's most of the people. Yuri is a doctor and is tatted up and okay, anyway, that's the game. I've got mail. I think it's about to be like, hey, what did I tell you? She sent me a croissant. She knew I was talking about her. No, I could have dropped my croissant. Let's see here. We're gonna get some real quick planting done. Not planting, but like watering of the plants. And then we've got like again, kind of like Stardew. There's like 20 different things that you could do at any given moment. So it does sometimes have you feel like you're kind of being pulled in many directions. One thing that I really like that is very different is there's like this whole plot about a like an oil spill and a like big evil corporation. Like, you know, think of like how there's like the Joja Corp, Joja Mart. Basically the Amazon, right, of Stardew. I'm out of water. But in this one, it's a gasoline company, and there's this big oil spill in the ocean that is kind of making your town this like unmarketable, like anti-tourist spot. And it's very much just like, what if BP, you know, decided to get involved in like the local politics of an island, which is like very, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but it's also like so gross. But it's cool because you can like literally dive under the sea and find ancient technology left behind by merfolk, which I feel like that feels like it's part of my like queer identity somehow. Even though like I was never necessarily like a mermaid child. It was like there was when they first started talking about it and they started to say and they like stopped themselves from saying merfolk, they were like, and they kind of like moved on. I was like unbelievably stoked about it immediately. So maybe it was just like a thing of, I just never got to explore that as a kid. Now I'm kind of like, okay, well, let's see what that's about. Noah's like such a cute little nerd, like buff nerd kind of. They should at least consider having another potluck this summer. I don't disagree. Wait, is this Raj? Just like reading poetry lying down? Okay. Mystery man. I'm digging this. Okay. All right. Yeah, the watering in this game is like the animation for it's fun. I do desperately want to get a upgraded tool because I hope that you can actually like water more than one spot at once, because it does take up so much of my time. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually go diving, and it's so exciting because you'll get to see what we get to do underwater, and it's like very, very cool. You can kind of catch some fish and stuff like that, and then there's like I said, there's like merfolk technology that like uses like the power of the sun to eradicate oil spills, and like I feel like that's like just my like little lefty brain dream that like somehow, no matter how evil a corporation could be, I could somehow find a magic tool that will undo all this damage to the world, because God knows that me switching to plastic, away from plastic straws isn't going to do it. I didn't realize my inventory was so full. Okay. I didn't think part of this through. I could get rid of trash and wood. That I should have sold some of this stuff. Get rid of some of the rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives me 4 slots to like capture or find things in. There's also, of course, like any game like this, there's fishing, and I am, as always, a sucker for a good like fishing mechanic in a game. I say it's unexplainable. I know what the explanation is, and that's that I was a kid who, you know, used to go fishing with his grandfather when he was a small child, and I do kind of miss that innocence and like that moment of, you know, spending time with him out on the lake in like Fairfax, Virginia. I guess not in Fairfax. He just lived in Fairfax. inventory. Hang on. Once again, I'll get rid of trash, I guess, and pick up glass. Drop that glass. Okay, I found the beacon. So here we go. Now I have to figure out where the beacon is starting from. Up here, okay. And then I just have to clear a path for it. Oh, okay. Immediately. It's like right in front. Yes, thank you. I forgot the name of my little robot companion. But I love that he's like, it's blocked. It's like, yeah, I can... It's right there in front of me. I also have to wait for summer so that I can plant cucumbers, because I can't get past that giant sea turtle. But I'm going to get past him for sure. I want to know what treasures he's protecting. There's something down here for sure. Here it goes. This is exciting. Let's go do a little swirly magic here. And then look at that. The oil spill goes away. What an ideal world that would be for me, truly. I'll also make another mission. I'm not a brave man, right? I'm a scary cat. I'm anxious as hell. I'll go swimming in the ocean, right? I don't think I could dive in the ocean, right? Like, I think that that is simply... That's asking me to go a step too far in terms of, like, my comfort level. But I would for sure dive into the ocean every day of the week if this was how it operated, and also I had a guarantee that there were no sharks. Because I watched Jaws, and so, like, I know. Going fishing? Not right now. I've got some inventory management that I need to take care of. In Stardew, you pretty much just, like, you're always running, right? And then, like, if you hit shift, you, like, walk or whatever, right? In this game, you kind of, like, jog, and then if you hit shift, you run a little faster. And it's just never fast enough for me. It does, ever so slightly, drive me nuts. It's not just a little faster. It's also, I'm just impatient. I get it. Okay, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to... I think I can put that in... I can put all of that in the museum. The museum has... the curator's name is Scott. I like to envision him as like a British guy. Probably just because I assume that it's going to be a British... Oh, Antonio. I was like, have I talked to you? That's right, it's Antonio. Antonio has a clothing store that has yet to have any clothing in it. I don't know how to explain that. I wish I had an answer for that one. I don't think we'll see Scott here while we're here, but I'll tell you, every time he talks to me, I'm like, ah, yes, of course you would want me to find all the artifacts and put them in here. Okay, I'm lost. 1 second. What? Oh, okay. Whew. I'm starting to figure out most of this map, but every now and then, like any video game, you get to like a crossroad and you go, I need just like some help. Anybody? Oh, I somehow missed the thing about at least you can see it coming if you dive. Yeah, I mean, damn it, I missed the shop. Didn't realize they closed early. That's a full day they want me to wait. I'm entitled. I feel like my time should be immediate, shouldn't it? Because I don't have any other tasks that I can do. Ooh, is this Bonbon? Yes. Oh. Oh, hey, sick. Thank you for the follow. Hang on, there's another great dog that you should take a look at. Taco is around here somewhere, I'm sure of it. Well, Taco is usually around here. Have so much fun in like D&D, I'm assuming, or yeah, or I guess that could also be. Is that what you would call stuff in? It's been a minute since I've been in Destiny, so I don't know if that's also technically what you would call Destiny stuff. But either way, have so much fun. Oh right. Waku. Have I met everyone now? No, there's one. Oh, World of Warcraft. Yes, that makes sense as well. I totally forgot that. And a lot of people have been streaming World of Warcraft recently. I guess there's like a new. Ooh, it's showing that I've never played World of Warcraft. I guess there's like a new like run or what have you. Because I've seen a bunch of people suddenly streaming a bunch of like dungeon runs and all that other stuff. Shiitake, hang on. Mark, where are you? And I'm so sorry. There he is. He's at the mayor's house. I feel like games like World of Warcraft or like Destiny or whatever are games where like you have like your traditional normal gameplay or whatever you want to call it, and then like every time like a new campaign or something like that pops up, suddenly it's like every stream is just popping off with it, which I guess that also tracks for just like games in oh no, how did I lose Mark in like 5 seconds flat? No, Mark, where'd you go? I have a gift for you. Oh, I think Mark might have gone home. I'm not sure I can talk to him now. Expansions, that's another term. Yeah, that's a good point. That a bunch of games, I think maybe Destiny now calls it that as well. Or it could be conflating a bunch of different things. But I guess it's also like, if like a brand new video game comes out too, like when God of War dropped, that was also like a thing where everyone and their moms was like, hey. I would actually love to watch someone's mom stream God of War, actually. I think that would rule. Oh, Mark is in his room and I can't talk to him. Mark, come outside. Mark, I have a gift. Is that the person that does Skyrim? I almost forgot about her. She ruled. I mean, I guess she probably still does, but I just mean like I remember when that one grandmother that plays Skyrim like every day went like viral. Probably 5 years ago. Oh, okay, gotcha. Because it was definitely, oh no, did she really? Oh, that's a shame. Because I remember there was like a video that went viral of that one lady where she was like fighting the spiders in like that kind of like early cave in Skyrim, and she was like chastising it the way that like a grandmother would, but then also like clearly having fun with, I think she was like using maybe fire or like a torch or something. And it was just so wholesome. And I feel like I would love to see content like that in this world. ages ago, I remember Rooster Teeth had, I think it was Chris Damaris's mom, like drop into a video where they were like trying to get, I think it was Left 4 Dead. I think they were getting like Chris's mom to play Left 4 Dead with folks. And it was just such a fun thing to watch, in my opinion. Cause it's like, it's an experience. I think if you have a parent that doesn't game and for whatever reason they do like attempt to for a brief moment with you or something like that, we've all, I feel like, had things of this. I'll never forget ages ago when things were like okay at home, you know. My dad once tried to play the Lord of the Rings. Maybe it was Return of the King. I think that tracks on like PlayStation 2 with me, and like he was doing this thing where the cave starts to collapse in, and I was like, we have to get out of here, like we have to run. And so he kept being like, oh, I'll take the hit. And I was like, no, neither of us have to be hit by the rocks. We could just run. But he kept being like, oh no, I'll take the hit, you go. And I was like, if you go down, I can't go anywhere until you are like revived. So like, you know, you have to, and it was just like, I don't think we ever got past that part. And it just reminded me a lot of that. Is there a new Telenova? Can't delay check up on our dart. No, it's the same one. Damn. What is interesting, born to be a tank. That's true. Maybe I should find something like that for my dad. The only TV shows so far that have changed on this have been the weather forecast. And then maybe, oh, it's not spoilers. Oh, I thought this was the one with the guy, Jeff. Oh, she also does give new information every time. Try to give you dollies, at least one fishing tip for every season. So here's the first one. You can fish for alligator. Oh, okay. I straight up thought that said alligator for a hot second. That was going to blow my mind. Alligator, gar, arapima, and tilapia in forest rivers during spring. They're there all day and night. Wait, no, that's wrong. Arapima and tilapia are there all day and night, but alligator gars are only out from 12 to 5 p.m. Got it? I think that means that tomorrow's my only opportunity to get an alligator gar that I've never gotten before. Noah, finally. Okay. The one thing that doesn't feel balanced in this game is like moving your relationship forward with people. Like if you haven't found the item that like they like yet, you know? Oh no. Oh, no, those are the things that are going to be ready in the summertime. Never mind. Whew. That got me so scared. I was like, oh, I've wasted my crops. What did I start to say? Oh, no. Typical me, just like totally starting a tangent and then not being able to come back. It's the one benefit of like podcasting is that I can take a second, come back, and edit out. Live? Nah, bro. Everyone knows you can't remember. I guess I was just talking about not being able to fish wherever. Potato. Yes. Sell all that. That's fine. Okay, good. Something... Okay, something doesn't add up on that, but that's okay. Oh, I was talking about leveling up people. That's also true. So, like, in this game, leveling with conversations with people and stuff like that versus just giving them a gift. Some people, you can talk to them like 3 or 4 times, and then it's like, okay, your relationship is moving forward. And then some folks, it feels like you talk to them like every day for a month and then it finally moves you up. I guess that's true to life as well, but I'm like, no, just give me a system that I can work with. Forest River. Is this considered the Forest River? I feel like it has to be. What is behind me? And why are you... Shit, that's why. Oh, okay. I had the watering can, not the net. That's... I wouldn't call it embarrassing, but I certainly wouldn't call it my finest moment of gaming. Like, there are a lot of times where I'm like, I'm a gamer. I play games. And then I'll not be able to use, like, quickly enough a net to capture a bug. It's like it's one of the lowest stakes things that you could do potentially in a game. And I'm like, oh, I couldn't play Valorant. Never mind. I think I would just be waving my arms. Okay, not like Kermit, but I would certainly not be. Calm and collected. There's so much trash in the river here. Come on. I gotta capture this. Gotta capture this fish. It's my last day for a year. Okay, what are you? You're putting up a little bit of fight, but not much at all. Zebrafish. Got it. And we're so close to getting the museum ready to go as well. I don't know how deep this game goes beyond some of these first missions. I think it's going to be trash again. What's up with this lake? This river? Why are we mostly trash? No fish. Hello? Do we have fish in this river? Maybe I should move... Oh, no? Wait. Pablo? What are you doing up here? Get nervous about it. I mean, listen, it's not like it's a hard pressed thing. Like, I'm not going to be distraught if I don't perfect my fishing stats or whatever year one. But I certainly would love to, to get my whole list going, to get a solid standing in the leaderboard or whatever you want to call it. Maybe this will count. I wish I could capture that frog. But they won't let you capture the frogs or the crabs. And I just feel like as a Maryland boy, I'm like, come on. You're trying to keep a crab away from me? That doesn't sound right. I definitely do not have this bug over here. What the hell? That also took an embarrassing amount of swings, but we got there. As long as it ends up in your inventory, or I mean, it's like as long as you get the W, like that's fine, you know. No issues. Okay, maybe we have to go the long way around. Let's try and get, oops, sorry, I'm just in your front yard. Is that Macy? I can only see her back. And I'm not at a point where I can recognize residents. I don't know how I feel about the rest of that sentence. But it's there. I mean, like, some of them are pretty obvious. You mean, like, Leah's the only redhead. Mark is, you know, the only, like, mountain of a man. Firefish. Oh, shit. Fire. I don't have that one. Or I haven't caught that one before. Okay. I believe I have 2 hours in order to capture the one fish that I need. I'm assuming that this is one of them because it's... Oh my god. It's putting up a hell of a fight. Holy shit. And I really like the system. Don't lose it last second. Okay, it's a sea cucumber. Great. Cool. Good. Lovely. Why is a sea cucumber that hard to capture? Are sea cucumbers that, like, maneuverable? If so, that is literal news to me. Also, I didn't know you could... This probably shows that I know basically nothing about, like, fish and, like, geography and, like, geology or whatever. I didn't think you could find oceanography, maybe, perhaps. Didn't know you could find sea cucumbers in a river. I feel like you can't. So, like, the fact that there is a sea cucumber here does make me think that maybe I'm not in the right area. But I'm also clearly not in the ocean. This has to be another sea cucumber. I feel like I'm going to miss that alligator gar. I really like the fishing system in this game, though, way more than the Stardew one. I just feel like it's a little bit more manageable. A lionfish. Oh. I don't think... I might have one of those, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, well. Well, we did miss our window for getting that one fish, but you know what? At the end of the day, we're going to fill that museum no matter what. That, you know, white professor that's, like, all about stealing the history of the local area and everything like that, he'll be fine with whatever we put in there. Just yet another trash flyer. All right, that's fine. Let's just go put our wares in and let's get ready for summer. I hope that I'm going to have enough money to get a summer look, because I'm not hating on, like, the farmer chic here, but I want to have my summer, like, you know, bod and whatever ready. I'm trying to, like, look like I normally would in the summer, like, just Hawaiian shirt, flip-flops, perhaps. Okay, I can sell that. And that, and that, and that. Okay. Just a quick late-night jaunt over to the museum. Just see what we can drop off, glean. We are 19 away from getting to the... expansion. That's the word. I was going to say extended. That's certainly not it. I've donated this before? Okay. I mean, like, I'm not complaining, but... Oh my gosh. A banana? Wait. Huh. Well, maybe I'll just try this little banana look for a hot minute. Just see what we've got going on. All right. 40 out of 50. We've healed 6 of 20 coral sites. What'd you have for dinner, Alex? I had a Pokeball today, and it was quite delicious. But like, I feel like it's Pokeballs or something where like I enjoy eating it. Oh, I do also love Indian food. Tikka masala. It's a classic. There's a new place near my mom, back in Maryland. I want to say nearby. I just mean like it's within like 15 miles. Like it's drivable for pickup quickly kind of thing. And they have a possibly the best chicken tikka masala that I think I've ever had. Sometimes it's kind of hard to, pit things against each other when they're like, not exactly close and you can't actively eat them day next to each other or whatever. But ate it because we had to get what's the thing that's like naan but not naan? Well, that's true. Why can't I think of this thing? It's like, naan, yeah. No, but like it was featured in Ms. Marvel in the 1945 years. So of course, like when that came up, we talked about it for the podcast, and so we got that, and like I don't think I'd ever actually had it before. It is it is, Yuri. But okay. Well, I'm glad you feel that you can share that with me. Haim. You're not open. Of course you're not. Ooh. It's early in the day, which means that I have enough time to get cookies for Eva. That's probably, I think, all that I... Oh, wait. Who is it that likes chocolate chip muffins? Am I going to be a little cheater? Am I going to look it up real quick and try and figure this out? I'm pretty certain that I have already have this information. Glad to see the game has such a cool character name. Like, wait, is that really? It certainly is. Yeah. I love that it's like, not even attempting to give workers that aren't characters that you can speak to outside of their work, like an identity at all. That's pretty funny, actually. What is Yuri like? I feel like it's Yuri. I nailed it. See, I knew. Yuri likes these. You know what's great? This guy, can't even talk to him. Definitely don't even know his name. Don't even know his job position. I guess he's also a barista, but he mostly just stands around. Yuri, where did you get off to? Maisie is so pretty. Wait, abandoned villa. There's a stranger here. The final person that I've never met is somewhere down here. Who are you? No, I'm so sorry, Lily. Nina, you can call me whatever you want. Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, listen, um, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to admit when there's, this town. Yeah, right. Thank you. Somewhere, by the way, I thank you. Yes, thank you. Someone who understands. Someone who understands. Um, it's like at every turn, I'm like, "Hi, Mark. Like, what's your situation? Mister Mystery." And then I turn around, they'll be like, "Hey, here's Nina, who very much gives off like the vibes of the sister in Lilo and Stitch." And you're like, "Boy, this town, huh?" Cutscene, okay. Also, hello, Alexa and Rachel. Good to see you. Uh, you all just missed one famous Blizz bear, the bear of Riz. Bribby, beautiful day of the lake, huh? And and this is Alex, French Alexander. Funny enough, not French, but is part of the branding for Alex. But Alex is a like what would you call it? Like frequent conspirator. Thank you. Listen, I have to rep. Like the team's not been good for ages, so it's like once you start playing this good, you kind of have to be like stoked about it. But yeah, no, Alex basically like Alex and I were in a band together. We went to community college together like over 10 years ago. It's been more than a decade, and that has aged me probably about 2 years just on camera right now. And we started the Scavengers Network together, which is the like podcasting content like group that we do stuff with. Don't say that. It's only been a few years. I know. It's good to stretch. I'll stretch with Noah and his mom. Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. Ooh, I got really scared for a second there. I don't have many. Okay, that's not true. I would say I still have quite a few friends from high school that like I talk to. Not many that I'm like close to, these days. That happens, right? That's traditionally how things happen. But Alex is definitely the only person, well, and Alex's partner, of course. But I would say like Alex is the only person that like I went to Howard Community College with that I remain in contact with because I actively try to push that school out of my memory. Not because it's a bad school or anything. In fact, it's actually quite a good community college. But I just was so miserable there because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life yet. I've discovered a book. A C-section. I was a C-section. Oh, sorry, section C. Sorry. Visit the library. Where's the library? This is sad. I don't know where the library is. I don't think I've ever been to it. Museum? Community center? Hello? Library? Oh, the man of mystery is over there. The school? I'm so confused. I genuinely don't know where this place is. Well, we'll figure it out. Well, I'll get there at some point. I don't want to like take 20 minutes to figure this whole thing out, but it's just like embarrassing that like I don't know where anything is. Okay, I know where things are. I shouldn't be trying to put myself on blast in a way like that. Well, we'll just sort of discover as we go, I guess, huh? But like, acquaintance level for high school. Yeah, that's for sure. I definitely have like one of those friends who, like, my best friend from high school is one of those people who we don't talk every day. We don't even talk every month, but it's like the second we do talk, it's as if we didn't skip a beat. Like, we have had that kind of like friendship for so long. And it's also a thing of like, you can tell that there is definitely like a good connection there, because it's like people, when they find out that we still have the same nicknames like in each other's phones kind of thing, they're like, that's been since like freshman, maybe sophomore year of high school. And we're like, yeah. And what's your point? And they're like, okay, nope, you know what? It's fair. Mac, welcome. Man, we've got all the people here in chat today. Okay, where the fuck is this library? I do remember environmental science. I almost said silence. That's what I want that class to do. Speak once a year. Nothing has changed. Yeah, it's. I love friendships like that, because I feel like that's kind of like true adult friendship. You know, it's like knowing that, like, yeah, you know, we're gonna be busy. We're gonna have our own thing going, and it's like, uh-oh, hang on. I hang on. Nightbot deleted your message, but it's very funny. Enviro silence, like in all caps. Yeah, no, I took this class in my second to last semester, which is where I met Alex and Alex's partner, Emily. Yeah, you've been censored. I'm so sorry. This is what liberal America wants. But I had this class, and there was a teacher who basically treated us as if... so like I was 20, I believe, when I took that class, and she treated us as if we were, I don't know, 5, 6. Like, she spoke like she was talking to kindergartners. You know what I mean? Like, hang on. Like, how do I... Please. I almost said Spotify. I meant OBS. So, like, I don't have of course I don't have, like, a book near me. I do have a book of sheet music. Hang on. Trying to work through this again. So, like, you'd be looking at like something in the textbook, right? And she would be talking about it, and she would literally like hold up the book and like kind of point to something like, oh, right. And you're like, ma'am, I'm 20 years old. Yes, I can see that is a rock. I mean, granted, the picture I just showed you was of a piano, but in the story, I need you to pretend that was a rock. And I would be like, yeah, okay, I get it. And like, she would just, you know, it was like, she read it as if she was reading like, Oh, the Places You Will Go by Dr. Seuss. Like, that was the vibe that she gave, every time she spoke to us. And it was like, it was embarrassing. I feel like I don't disagree with you. Like, when I do the, every year my family reads through, the lab was fun. Although, yeah, that's true. I'll tell that story in a hot second. But every year, my family and I, like, we read through a couple specific books on Christmas Eve, right? Obviously, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. I read through The Grinch, and every year I try and do, like, a different voice for The Grinch, which is fun. So, like, I'll do, like, the narration, and then, like, maybe I'll make him, like, my mediocre Scottish voice. And then maybe I'll do... I already forgot where I'm going. Hang on. And then I'll try and do whatever. But, like... so like, you know, we do that, like, every time we do that though, we do turn around the book and show everyone. So it's like, you know, what the page looks like, even though I've seen those books since I was like, well, probably since before I could actually truly remember, but it's like since 4 or 5, when I remember the first time that we read that book, you know, like on the couch or whatever. And that's just the sort of family that we are. I mean, I'll tell you, my family has cute traditions. We're a family that, like, whenever you watch the Macy's Day Parade, at the end of it, they show Santa, right? And so when Santa, that's not the library, okay. When Santa waves, you wave, right? Because if you don't wave to Santa, you know, since he can see you, right, he won't bring you presents. And so every year, like my cousins and I will all share like a video of like, you know, of us waving to Santa on the TV. And like 8 or 9 years ago, I shared that for the very first time on like Instagram. And people were like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Come on. Like you're a full grown adult or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And, okay, so this is just the school. This is not a library. Unless I can drop off the books here. Nope. That's fun. Oh, the community center. I just remember where it is. I just remembered. There's a library section. Or at least a book section. Maybe it's the same thing. But like we do that. And what's funny is that like now people who used to be like, come on, you're adults, right? I now get videos sent to me like every year by at least 4 or 5 people of them making their family wave to Santa when he's on TV during the Macy's Day Parade. Like, you know, you can try and dunk on me all you want, but it's like, you'll turn around and then just do it yourself. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like I won. Nailed it. Nice to see you here. How? I'm so sorry. I did not mean to swing that in your... I'm just swinging a hoe around here. I'm so sorry. Section B... section C. It literally says C section. Preemie babies rise up. Okay. I keep throwing this hoe around. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now that I figured out how to get the book over here, I will tell you the story about how when Alex and I first met, we almost got into a fight because, oh, I can't go to the whatever place that is. But like day one of meeting Alex, oh, I didn't get any seeds today either. Oh, this is rough. I've been telling stories and just running around in circles. Maybe I can get closed. No, they're gonna be closed for sure. So the very first time we got there and like we sat down at our like little table in the lab, it was like, I don't know what to call it. Like it wasn't necessarily like a race, but like the teacher was definitely like, you know, oh sick. I'm so excited to do this section. Was like, you know, okay, do this like pre-test so that we can sort of see like what your general knowledge is. And then like, you know, that'll be the class or whatever. And she said that you could talk to the people at your table as you did it. And I'm a little bit rambunctious, I'll admit, but like I don't think I was too loud, but at every given turn of me, like trying to make like the 2 people at my table laugh, the people who were like on the other end of the bench, which was Alex's partner, and I think someone else, I don't remember who it was at this point, but like they kept looking over at us, like I thought kind of like angrily. Hello, thank you, Unraveled K. And like I kept thinking Alex was like trying to throw down. It turns out that Alex was just like having like a rough time, I think, with the paper. But I was like, this guy keeps looking at me while I'm trying to tell my jokes and my bits in this class that is not about jokes and bits. Am I going to throw down? Even though I'm not a violent person, I would definitely just run away. Storm approaching. Does that mean it's going to rain tomorrow? Or does that mean that like, when they say a storm is approaching, does that mean my crops are going to be like eviscerated at some point? Because that's not fun. That's less than ideal. I almost forgot to water the banana tree. We're probably like a couple days away from the tree growing. Oh no, Rachel, no, I could never. You're an icon. Animal Channel. Oh, it's the giant cow. Moo, hello, Mooks. Welcome to Mookbong. Wait a minute. Hasn't he already eaten this? Yeah, hang on. I've already watched this. Come on, give me some... Oop, that's the Weather Channel. Hang on. Sorry. This is my favorite show on the TV. Oh, you can't see it. Hang on. Let me move my camera real quick just to over here. Okay, here we go. How to be a farmer with Jeff Smith. My name is Jeff Smith, and I know a thing or two about farming. I was raised in a farm, so I got some tips for you, Sprouts. Let me tell you about them. Sprouts, it's hot pepper season. It's a special one. Let me tell you why. Hot peppers are a multi-season crop, meaning they won't wither at the end of summer. They'll continue to produce until the end of fall. It's a no-brainer, ain't it? Hot pepper crops all the way. Yeah, that's if there's one thing you gots to know about me, it's that like if I get an opportunity to do a voice, I just watered. I just wet the bed. That's on Twitch, so that's embarrassing for me. Oh man. Did I hear this guy on Myth Takes? You've not heard this guy. This is a new accent that I've like learned that I can do, which is so funny. Stop. Sprouts is such a cute nickname. I know. I actually love that. I think it was like last week, like in the game rather. He like one of the TV shows that he did, Jeff Smith, he was like someone other than Colin Clippett. He was like telling us about calling us Sprouts, and he was like, I want you to know that I call you Sprouts because that's what I call my He said, I'll do it in this voice. He was like, just so you know, I call you Sprouts because that's what I call my grandkids, and I kind of see you all as my grandkids. Well, I hope you don't mind that I call you Sprouts. Anyway, here's how to plant a banana tree, and you're like, I will be your grandkid. It's okay. Sorry. The one unfortunate thing about wearing glasses, hang on. There we go. Is like, have you ever gotten like your glasses like hooked on the edge of like a headphone and just like really not a good time? Hello? Can I go to... Okay, that was weird. I approached that bed like 3 times and it was like, no. You may not sleep. You may not rest. Which is very accurate to my day-to-day life. Okay, it is raining, which is good because I don't have any seeds. But when I go buy seeds at 9 a.m., it means that I can plant them and not have to water them, which is choice. We're going to... As a kid, I hated having glasses. I had to get glasses at like age 5. And so I've had glasses for forever. I finally got old enough to be at a point where my parents were like, we think we can trust you with contact lenses. So then I started wearing contacts like every damn day. And now I'm back to like, I'm wearing my glasses nearly every day. And I think it's mostly an aesthetic thing. Like, I don't mind wearing contacts, but I think that I look better in glasses. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, that could just be me, but I feel like once I got like good glasses and not having to get like the pairs that like, you know, my parents would be like, oh, you should get this pair. That looks good on you. Like as a kid, and like they never did actually look good on you. Thank you. Yeah. Like once listen, not to, you know, shrimp for a company that I don't think actually sponsors me anymore. In fact, I know they definitely don't. I know our contract ended last year now that I think about it. But Warby Parker, though, once I got Warby Parker glasses, that was a game changer. But it barely rains here, so when it rains and I wear them, I get so mad about there now. Because yeah, that's so true. Yeah, I actually have a pair of what are they? Of like blue light glasses that are from Zenni Optical. And like I don't think they're as high quality as like the materials in the Warby Parker ones, but I do actually really like those as well. I go where my insurance tells me. I get mine for free, so that's the dream. I have not had a vision plan in ages, which is actually another reason why I wear glasses so much. I try and make my contacts last way more than the 12 months that they tell me they last. because I'll wear like one pair for like 2 months because I'll only wear them like, you know, twice a week. Oh, Jesus. I will say the weather right now in the game, this is for sure, like, this is what it's like to live in New Orleans, I think, actually. You hit late August, and you get hit with weather like this, usually out of nowhere on just like a Tuesday afternoon. And then it's gone in like an hour. And you're like, oh, okay, thanks. And they're like, don't worry, we're just prepping you for the hurricane. You're like, what's that? And they go, huh? Do you, oh, we didn't say anything. And you're like, oh, okay. Hi. Oh, wait, I have a gift for you because I adore you. Okay. My husband wears contacts when he acts, and I'm always like, who is this guy? Some people are just Clark Kent. That's fair. You know, actually, that's why I first got contacts, was because I used to do theater growing up, and one of the things that I did was I pretty much always, canonically, in my head, none of my characters wore glasses, up until like maybe when I actually started playing like a bunch of old men, which is very interesting. There was a small stint in my life where they were just like, this guy gives off old man energy. And I was like, thanks. Love that. But like, I can't see past about here without my glasses. And so I was doing shows and I was taking off my glasses, and then I was going on stage and pretending like I could see. And the amount of times where I like walked into something, or like I thought I was being cool, but I was definitely walking like, hang on. Like I would be walking through a scene kind of just like, hang on, I'll use this hand, kind of just like this a little bit. Maybe not quite that unsubtle, but like kind of gently reaching out like that, like for a side of the set or whatever. Just like reaching desperately so I could actually make it off screen or whatever. Off screen, off stage. Yeah. Big part of my life like that. And then finally my family was like, you know, maybe we could just, I don't know, let him see on stage. And I was like, there are so many planting options. Why would you do this to me? I can't just make a decision like that. Radishes. Oh, but you didn't give me radishes in the spring. Why would you? Okay, whatever. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll do 8 of those. I'll do 14 wheat. This is where the math gets like really fun in this game. I know that's kind of what it felt like. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh wait, it's 60, not 14. Okay, I need to remember that over here. And then finally we'll just start here, because I also don't have any more space in my pockets. Where's Warby? We know you have them. Wait, what? Warby. Like the glasses that I'm wearing right now? Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. It took me a second because I was doing some seed math there. So it took me a second to get out of math mode and into bit mode. That's embarrassing. I do apologize. I wonder how barista... Dude, I actually think that barista, I'm not even kidding, for whatever reason still stands outside, but they closed down the store, which is a true fact of like what's happened to every time I've gone to talk to him, and it's just been absolutely pouring. He's just like, this is fine. I'm okay. And I'm always like, are you sure? And he's like, no, actually, but thanks for at least asking. Okay, one second. Okay, we're planting the seed. Getting it going. Get these tomatoes fresh and ready for people to throw at me. Gotta do a quick bit of hoeing. Ooh, real life train going by my apartment. I don't think it's gonna catch on stream. It might. I really don't know. There it is. I will say that's my favorite thing about being a content creator. Like, when you get like a house, is like you don't always initially think about. Yeah, some of the trains aren't as loud as others. Oh, and hi, welcome back. Some of them are like, honest to God, like even indoors, and I'm like about a block and a half away from the train tracks. It will still sometimes actively make me go like, oh, okay, a little strong. And then sometimes I can actually sleep right through it. Oh, sorry, yeah, that's in the game. This, okay, listen. I hadn't made up my mind about who I was going to try and romance, but I'm going to tell you, Eva constantly sends me, like, pastries in the mail and bread and, like, recipes. I just feel like she's making such a strong case for herself. Like, if that's how my real life was, like, if my real life was, I could just go talk to a pretty person and give them cookies or, like, a muffin or, like, a slice of pizza 10 days in a row, and then they were like, cool, do you want to get married? My life would be infinitely easier because it would make me not nearly as anxious because I could just look up their likes on, like, a wiki and go, okay, cool, now I know you. That's not. Nope, never mind. I need to take a step back. I didn't think that part through. But I guess I could ask that. Wait, where the hell is Mark? That's why I was going this way. We got mushrooms for Mark, and we've got... I've got to get to Yuri. I've got a muffin for this tatted doctor, or maybe nurse. I've never visited the clinic because I will admit, medical stuff does freak me out. Nothing scares me more than a needle, actually, which is also funny because my mom is always like, then how come you have tattoos? I'm like, they're not the same, Mom. Like, hello? Duh? Yuri, how the hell did you get all the way over there so fast? Hang on, let's see. Yeah, see, I can't talk to him when it's raining. It's just pouring. And he's just like, I'm having the time of my life. He's like, I'm not open, but they still make me come here every day. Okay, she's in her house. This is, okay, I don't think you've been here before, by the way, for talking to Leah, who is the one that I'm always like, I just feel like I could change your attitude. I want to change it. Oh, okay. She surprisingly said something like a normal person would just now. She's frequently like, you chose to wear that, huh? And you're like, why? What's the reason for that attitude? Like, I don't get it. Yuri. God, we talked about this. Listen, as someone who was definitely in a relationship that at one point they definitely were thinking like, oh, I could change this man. But in a totally different way. She was trying to make me worse. And that is a genuine statement. And Alex can back me up on that. Thank you, Rippy. I love it. She blushed when I gave her chocolate chip muffins. So I'm just saying that could be working out. I gotta find Mark, though. I'm like days behind on giving that man mushrooms. And not like fun mushrooms. I'm talking like, like shiitake. Yeah, sexy stethoscope, and it's always just a little too cold. You know what I mean? I mean, the worse you make your partner, the more you get others to sympathize with you and allows you to be... That is honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of her thing. Sextoscope? I think that's a TV station or something. Mark. Oh, Mark, why are you at the mayor's house? Are you doing mayorly things? Oh, sir, hang on, wait. Mark, no, hang on. He's smiling. He's normally gruff and tough. He's normally like, hello, how are you? Shiitake. My favorite mushroom. Thank you so much, Bribby. Can I give you another one? No. Okay, it won't let me. You can't see his face? Wait. Shit. Hang on. Let me... Oh, no. You're right. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'll move me over here. That should work. Right? I mean, the man's fought something. Big ol' strong arms. I mean, listen, I realize that I'm in, football gear because we won yesterday, so, I have to wear the clothes again the next day. You know what I mean? Because it's part of, it's the good luck part of it. But, I would say genuinely, most times of the year, I am dressed kind of like this. Usually, maybe not necessarily so much like a single color. It's a lot of, floral patterns, shirts, shorts. Sometimes the undershirt, sometimes just, straight up buttoned. But, yeah. Can you believe this heat? I've never sweat so much in my life. I mean, I don't think you're sweating so much as you are just drenched head to foot in rain, but I also recognize that it's summer, so it's like a pre-written line. Let's just see if there's anything in the mayor's trash. That was so much trash, Mayor. What's going on there? Is the honey not too bright? Yeah, not too bright, but we still... Listen, he's strong, though. He cleared out all the monsters on the first 5 levels of the... whatever. Weird. All my sweat keeps falling from the sky. All right, sky sweat. I don't appreciate that. I will figure you out someday. Mayor, do you have some sort of sky deodorant that I could borrow? He's like, do you mean like an umbrella? That could work. Do I rub that on myself? Or you're like, Mark, just go back to fighting monsters in the dungeon, please. All right, you got it. All right. I feel fairly confident that we've got a good... Okay, there was just for a brief moment a bunch of rain in my house, but that's fine. Yes, okay, more rain tomorrow. That's actually good for me. Means I don't have to worry about the farm tomorrow. She can't get enough of me. So it did just say on my screen, something watered your plants last night. I'm like, yeah, bud, the rain. I do believe it was the rain. Have we ever considered this as a factor? Okay. One moment. I'm so sorry. I received a text message from my mother about football, but I'm not watching the game. So I need to be like, yes. I totally understand what you're talking about. I'll let her know that you say hi, Alex. She'll be like, you're still talking to him? I'm kidding. My mom likes you a lot. She thinks you're great. My very first podcast that lasted more than 3 episodes was with Alex, actually. And then my second show that I ever made that went with more than 30 episodes also has Alex in it. Wait a minute. We actually have things to do before I start mining all willy-nilly. Podcasting, I think, is a lot of fun. I think a lot of it comes down to repetition. But also, like, if you can, like, if you want to do a podcast that's just yourself, which I think is also, that's true, Alex. We did have a pretty good premise in that regard. If you want to do something that's just you, having something that's just like not exactly scripted, but that's just like kind of heavily outlined, so you just sort of keep yourself true to your tracks or whatever, and make it somewhat shorter. There are some podcasts that I've listened to that have like 10, 15-minute long episodes, and they keep it kind of short and sweet, and then they just go, which is great because like I'm someone who likes to have some of those short episodes, considering I listen to and sometimes create shows that are like an hour or longer at times. One of the shows that I do, which, hang on, let me just go ahead and, this is kind of the main one that I do. And when I say main, I just mean simply that it's the one that I do literally 3 times a week. Because of the premise of that show, like, the episodes can go anywhere between 20 minutes and like an hour and a half. And like, I wish we could make it a little bit more reined in, but it's like, sometimes you get on a topic that there's no way to do it short. And also, God, doing that thing where it's like, you don't want to then like try and stretch something that's only 20 minutes into a full hour. Whew, rough material, I feel like. But yeah, no, Alex and I, our first show we did was about making the Forbes 30 under 30. Oh, your birthday's on the 13th. Friday the 13th. Oh, no. Oh, it's a Saturday. Never mind. We're good. But yeah, no, I mean, that was a good show. And like once we hit 30, it was like, oh, it's Wednesday. Fuck. We were like, and that's it. That's the show. We've hit 30. That's true. Excitingly, to some extent, to me at least. I know it's really weird how the calendars in these games work. I made it through a couple rounds of questioning for the Forbes 30 under 30. And what I will tell you is that one of the things that they told me was that oftentimes people get like somewhere between 1 and 5 nominations. But they were like, one of the things that led them to speak to me was the fact that I had over 100. And I was genuinely shocked by that. I was expecting maybe 20. Like, just simply because I had said, hey, I'm aiming to do this. If you would like to, like, if you're a fan, if you believe that I, am like worthy of this, go ahead and write in. And basically I expected it to pretty much be like my mom and then like the people on the Scavengers Network. And it was like basically everybody in the Scavengers Network, like 3 of my former teachers from high school, 2 of my former teachers from college, I think like 4 or 5 people that I went to college with. Weirdly enough, one of the weirdest factors about this to me was 4 of my exes did it. Which I think to me proves that like, we're good. Like we're all still able to be friends with each other. It's just that like things didn't work out for whatever reason. But like that we can still be amicable, which, hopefully, I mean, obviously Forbes wasn't like, weird, you got 4 exes. They didn't know that information. I just found that out later. Oh yeah. I think on my 30th birthday, I posted, I think it's on Instagram, a picture of like a questionnaire thing that they had sent me. And then I think like a small snippet of the email, but like, cause I couldn't technically share any of it, but I was like, I'll share like a little bit of it just cause whatever, I didn't make it. Oh wait, what? I wouldn't piss on my ass if they were on fire. I mean, that's pretty funny. I think that like, so it's like 3 of the exes were like from like my high school era, like people that I dated for basically like 2-3 weeks. And then we're like, never mind. We're just like, it's like puppy love. We're like young and like dumb. So like, it's just not going to last. And then one of them was like my like long standing, like multi-year relationship. And she's great. We still talk all the time. Like we're still good friends. But it's like the people that were like only a couple weeks, it's like, that makes sense that we can still be, in contact and like be totally fine. In fact, actually, one of them was just here in my city right before winter break here. And like we went out to get like food. I met her and her partner out here in the city. It was nice. Okay, how do I... Oops, I'm in the wrong... Laboratory. God. This is the one thing that doesn't make sense to me, is like figuring out where some of these things go. A little confusing. But, I mean, and to be clear, I don't talk about that Forbes 30 under 30 thing a lot because, I didn't make it. But also, it still feels like a little bit of, like... it's still kind of a humble brag to be like, yeah, they reached out to me. Yeah, it just didn't work out or whatever. It's like, it feels, wait, is this the bougie place? Never mind. Hang on. So it feels like kind of not me to talk like that. I feel like, where the hell is that other... There's another place where you can buy clothes, but I don't remember where it is. And I'm definitely lost as hell. What? Hang on, we're gonna figure this out real fast. I feel like it used to be here, but it's now gone. Is my only option to go to that place, the bougie place? That's weird. Yeah, it does feel like kind of like a humble brag to me to be like, well, I mean, I almost made it to the Forbes 30 under 30. Yes, I rubbed elbows with the elite and people that definitely bought their way onto the list. And that's actually not a joke. Like, you can effectively campaign in a way that I don't necessarily care for. To get onto those lists, but it is what it is. It might just be that clothing place is not open because it's raining. That's got to be what it is. Because like the fact that I literally cannot shop in that clothing shop right there is baffling to me. But the show that we did, I thought was pretty fun. We talked about a bunch of different people of different industries and stuff like that, and it was like basically about looking at careers that we liked that either were on the Forbes 30 under 30 or maybe that were people that we thought like should have been on it, or it's like, oh, if this had been around when they were yeah, I think that's true. It is a little like Maryland. No, I think that the reason that happens is simply because it's technically still in early access. So I think there's just some stuff that probably hasn't been patched or figured out in this regard. Do you see what I mean about her? Like, okay, Leah. And I think that you could work on your fucking attitude, but that's fine. Someday I'm gonna make you love me, and then when you're like, oh, what if we could be this? I'm gonna be like, no, because you've been mean and you didn't give me baked goods. And that'll be my reasoning. And you're also not Mark, so there's other cute guys, to be clear. I just feel like Mark, I had like such a big initial like hello, hi. This is my natural voice, yeah. I mean, that's fair, yeah. It's that classic, like, you don't have a voice in these games. Speak up, bestie. No one can hear you. All right, so here's... I'm going to keep today's stream definitely shorter than past ones. Just because I've got, like, a unbelievable amount of stuff on the plate for tomorrow. So I think we're going to go through probably 2 more days, probably. And then that's probably going to be where I call it quits. But I feel pretty good about the progress we're making again. She's still better than Shane, even though you play his storyline, he's still a mess. Yeah, that's tough. He's definitely one of those stories where you're like, I understand, but like, come on. It's like, I've defended you. You could be a little better, maybe? I don't mean, is that the only way of describing that or saying that? Did they have cucumber seeds when I was up there, by the way? I know that's such a weird question to think about, but I just remembered it's summertime. I should be able to plant cucumbers, and I don't remember seeing them. What am I running into? Oh, a rock. Okay, cool, good. Just another franchise that The Rock has gotten himself into. He's like, yeah, that's right. I'm in your underwater. Oops. And then there we go. There's Patrick. We've got so much of this shit, though. Double kelp. Oh, shit. I didn't know I could do that, actually. Well, I am capturing it, not... I wouldn't say I'm, like, destroying it. I also thought that would give me some sand, but I still haven't picked it up. I don't know. Like, that's what I was trying to figure out. But I thought I was going to be able to pick up sand because, like, you can use sand to make glass, because of course, right? But, like, I haven't figured out yet how to pick up sand. I thought you used maybe a hoe, but... Are you in an aquarium? Yeah, it's the Baltimore National Aquarium. How'd you know? Did you recognize our surroundings? I love the Baltimore National Aquarium, by the way. It's just so expensive. It's like actually criminally expensive. And it's like, I would say that Baltimore and Atlanta have the 2 best aquariums like in the U.S. I also met a dolphin there once, but like ages ago. Actually, there's one in Norfolk or maybe Virginia Beach that's also pretty great. Because you can do like that thing where you like touch stingrays and stuff like that as a child and stuff like that. New Orleans aquarium is pretty great. I know it's late, Bebop or whatever your name is. It's not Bebop, but he's like, bleep blorp. Time to go. And I'm like, don't remind me. I'm out here hoeing under the water. Trying to get my sand. I think I've only been to Monterey. Where's Monterey Bay? I'm not as familiar with that. Fossil node. Yeah, oh, I wonder what would happen if you pass out underwater. If they'd be like, well, you're dead. Thanks for playing. Oh, okay, so they just forced me out of the water. Okay. Oops, hang on. Here's the cool part though. Beep. There is some fast travel in this game. Northern California, I believe was modeled. Oh, okay, that's very cool. Common starfish. Scavengeable. Okay. Please let there be a how to farm. I love hearing from Jeff Smith. Damn it. Is it just the same episode of Coral Stars? Damn it. When are they going to give me new episodes of the other TV shows? Weather forecast. What is summer without sunny days? Oh, yeah, I could totally see that. Like the L and T right there. We got some new skills. What up? If life was also just that simple. Oh, I can build. Whoa, that's a huge amount of protection there on this scarecrow versus, where's the makeshift one? 5x5 versus 11x11. Whoa. Next planting section, I think we're going to get pretty, I think we're going to go a little ham on that stuff. Rock domino. I think we'll do double gems. I think we'll do double catch because it's the only option I've got. Stay hydrated. Sick. Eventually, I think this is also, like, I think tier 2 stuff is also coming in, like, a future update. Because I just saw, oops, no, don't go to bed. What are you doing? It's like 7 in the morning, and you're just like, what if I just went to bed right now until the next day? Okay, thanks for hanging out, Alexa. And I'm assuming also Rachel, maybe also heading out. Thanks for dropping by. Good to see y'all. Yeah, we won't be going too much longer, honestly. But in fact, actually, what time is it right now? Actually, as much as I said 2 days, I think this day might actually be the next one. Thank you. Have a good night. Because like I've just after last week was admittedly what a rough time that was, and so because of that, it set me back on some of like my personal like work, because I was just having to take care of like basically some quick dumpster fires. So I'm like behind schedule on a bunch of stuff, and it's like I made a big promise. For example, that Myth Takes would come back this week. And that's a minimum 8-hour project. I'm not sure what just happened there, because I did not hit the button to pause. It just kind of did. Unless maybe I accidentally grazed the Windows button, which is also a possibility. Oh wait, that's Taco. Hang on. Hi, Taco. Hello, Taco. He seems very happy today. Really wagging his tail a lot, which is good to see. Beep boop 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 bop. Let's put that void fish in. I mean jellyfish. Bing, bing, bing. All right. I think the tasks for today. Alice. Sounds like Alice might have a little crush on Noah. Interesting. Good to know that people still find love if you aren't the one dating them? What a lot of pressure that would be. So much trash here. Okay. Actually, I kind of wish I could capture a pigeon too. Can I? Oh, it's Emma. Okay, never mind. Oh, your birthday's on the 13th. But so is Eva's? I think Eva's on the 13th, isn't she? That's someone's boat. Maybe I'm wrong, bro. Like, maybe... Mark, hi. Okay. We're gonna hold on to... Hang on. Hi, Macy. Macy, I believe, likes pizza. But I don't have money for pizza right now. Yeah, okay. Eva, I'm gonna give Eva the cookies that I just bought on her birthday. Oh, that's way in the future. I could probably buy more between now and then. Because it's like, if you give them a gift on their birthday, especially if it's one that they love, they're like elated. I gave Macy another cutscene. Also by the lake. I guess it's summer. Maybe it makes sense. Oh, so fun running into you here. Hey, what are you doing? You caught me. Doing what? Anyway, I'm trying something out. So, legend says that if our heart is filled with love and we present the lake with flowers, a goddess will appear, granting more love. I don't know what granting more love means either, so don't ask yet. Anyway, I want to write an article about it, so I thought, why not come here and see it for myself? This story might be the ticket to get published somewhere big. You'll never know. I've tried with one flower here so far. But no goddess is appearing, not even any sight of her. Nothing. Oh, should we try from the other side of the lake? Let's give it a shot. Maybe that'll work. Oh, I hope it's like... Brippy, why don't you throw a flower in the river? And then it's like... Hello, Brippy. Which of the 20 single people in this town are you the thirstiest for? What do you think? Do I get a response? Okay. What does it mean to have a heart full of love? Sorry, that was like way more... That's way more of a loaded question than I really meant it to be. I meant simply like, in this game, how does one have a fully loaded heart? Like a fully loaded baked potato. Must my heart contain chives, sour cream, bacon bits, and cheddar cheese? Or might I be able to get by with just a little bit of butter and like some seasoning or something? Speaking of the lake, let's see if we can capture anything. Ooh. Oh my God. We got a lively one. Oh, okay, hang on. Really fighting me. Oh, that was close. That was close. Gonna snap the wire. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay, okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Almost here. Almost here. Almost got it. Come on. All that work for a koi fish? What the hell, dude? That koi fish was strong as shit. Okay. Western tiger swallowtail. I don't know if I have you yet or not. But let's go donate 2 more things. We are 8 away from unlocking the full museum. So if both of these are capable of going in, we'll be 2 steps closer. I'm looking forward to finishing the museum. Because I don't think it's like done. I think you just get to like get new things maybe. Wait. Hi. Shiitake, my favorite mushroom. Thank you so much, Brippy. There was a little heart above his head. I mean, listen, I don't want to read too much into things, but there was a heart above his head, and that's got to count for someone. They both do. Oh, well, whatever. You can have the high quality one. I just want to get this thing figured out. 6 away. Whoa, how did Leah end up? Okay, not that I care. Okay, Yuri is by her place of work. Where the hell is Eva? Oh, of course, she's working at the general store. Duh, she's a baker. You know, that also could be another sign there, you know. Cutscene with Eva. Hey there, you. Perfect timing. That bread looks really good. Is that a hot dog? What the hell? Are you hungry, Bippy? Brippy? I have some freshly baked bread. I mean, I'm not going to say no to that. Here you go. Give this bread a try. Yummy, isn't it? It's so fluffy. I've just tried this new recipe. It makes the bread so much softer. Okay. Really? Thanks. I think I'll mail the recipe to Bree. She bakes her own bread. You see, she has to give this one a try. Hey, why don't I mail it to you too? You know what? I think I'll do that. Thanks. Since you're here, could you help me out real quick? Yeah? What's up? Could you take some cookies out of the oven, please? I'd hate for them to burn. Oh my gosh, we're like doing things together? Oh my, are you okay? What happened? Brippy, you idiot. The cookies. Get the cookies out of the oven. They're still in the oven. Get the... Okay. This is very cute. And I'm appreciating this. I hope your hand heals soon, Brippy. Me too. But like... Okay. Whatever. Well, not whatever, but you know what I mean. Shop. Okra. I don't see cucumber though. So how the hell do I do this? I'm so confused. Okay, that's fine. Hey, by the way, speaking of cookies, I know you just baked some, but I'm going to give you some. Wow, they smell so good. Thank you so much. She also has a little heart above her head. Hey, thanks for dropping by, Unraveled K. Yeah, we're wrapping up here basically. So not I mean, it's never a bad time necessarily, but you know, pizza is food for all seasons. I fully agree. Chilly winter night, good. Hot summer like today, very good. So true though. Speak the truth. Okay. I really want to have clothes that are not these. What bug is this? Okay, hang on. Let's Soldier Beetle. Soldier Beetle. Fall in line, Soldier Beetle. I know. I don't think that place was closed when it rains. I think that was the coffee place. But I totally get what you mean. I think every place in town has one day where it's not available, for sure. With the exception of the museum and the community center. I believe those are the only two things that are... I like that I had a rainbow shell, fabulous and tough. Yeah. You know what's also great and like... very cute. Hang on. Speaking of rainbows... the community flag, which is a pride flag. Waving in the breeze. That's very fun. Okay, we are... I'm going to water the plants, I think, and that probably is going to be... Well, since we're here, let's go for a river fish to see if we can get anything. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Okay. Definitely not trash because this one is going berserk on the line. I kind of wish it would be a salmon. It's really weird. I saw salmon like in the first week that I was like here in town, and then I never saw salmon ever again. Which is a shame because like I think salmon's cool. A brown trout. We already have one of those. So we can just sell that one. Come on. Come on. Ooh, looks like a big one. Boop, 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 boom. So yeah, so like the little line shows you basically if the line's going to break or not. So you have to kind of like let go and like... Crayfish, okay. Once again, very New Orleans. Oh, we've got time for one more. Fuck it. We ball. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Bite. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This fish in particular is just like... This is like the sea cucumber levels of difficulty, which is bonkers to me. Like, once again, a brown trout. Okay. Well, I'll take what we can get. It's all sellable. Brown trout. Oh, a special brown trout. Thank you very much. I will take it. Oh, I already watered the plants. Oh, look at me. Thinking ahead for my future self. Come on, give me a... Damn. New detective? Ah, Arc 1. Come on. It's going to be sunny. Okay. Well, I think that'll be a perfect end of where we're at. Well, I'm going to take a look at the fishing skill real quick. It won't really take effect, I think, until the next stream anyway, but... What's the new thing over here? Maybe just this? I do want to build one of those eventually. Let's see what's changed here. Let's just take a quick look through the list. Alice, still. Cutie. James. I haven't seen her in a minute, actually. I saw her on like day 1 of summer and then haven't seen her since. Yeah, we've moved up pretty quickly, it looks like. Okay, so that means that we're going to level up soon. I think I have to talk to him at least once or twice more, and then we move. Nina, I got to figure out your whole deal, because you're something. I need to figure out your deal too, Raj. Actually, and Noah's. I don't think I've ever talked to Theo. I mean, like, obviously I've had to talk to Theo at some point to, like, start a connection or whatever. Game of Cones. What? Hello, viewers. Welcome to Game of Cones, a fight for the right to be the king of cuisine. As always, our judge is the meanie with a heart of gold, Chef Gordy Ramses. Today, we have two contestants trying to win the heart and stomach of our stony chef here. Gordy, tell our chefs here what today's theme is. Right, today's theme is simple and something every good chef should know how to do. Soup. Any soup will do. Chefs, go cook. And they're off. Let's check up on our first chef, Chef Rob. Tell us, Chef, what are you making today? I'm keeping it simple. Growing up, one of my favorite meals is a good, hearty tomato soup with grilled cheese sandwiches. That's what I'm going to make today. Sounds delicious. Let's go to our other contestant, Chef Macy. Chef, what will you be serving our grumpy chef? I live by the ocean, and it irks me the way that people throw away perfectly good fish heads. I want to show everyone how easy it is to cook up delicious fish head soup. I don't think I've ever had that before. Let's ask our surly chef what he thinks. Gordy, what makes a good soup? Right, it can be full, hearty meal on a side dish that perfectly complements the main. But here, I'm looking for a soup that can stand on its own. Filling, warm, and hearty. And it looks like our chefs are done. Let's take a look at our fish dish. What do you think, Gordy? Ooh, very nice. I like the little bit of kick, the ginger. That's a good point. Yeah. The head's perfectly thick in the soup. Well done. Okay, hang on. Another British. Right. Let's move on to the second dish. What about this one, Gordy? I love good tomato soup. This is certainly an upgrade from the classic, but I don't know if it has enough of that wow factor. Delicious, nonetheless. Both chefs delivered great dishes, but I think Rob's one... Wait. Okay, sorry. It took me out for a second there. It felt like not where we were going there. Simple, consistent, reminds me of the days my mother would take care of me when I was sick. Congratulations, Chef Rob. Not only have you melted the Grinch's heart, but you also win a lifetime supply of tomatoes and the cast iron throne. Wow, thank you. That throne doesn't look very comfortable, isn't it? It isn't. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode. Yeah, I do sometimes think that that's how some of those shows go. Like, I think it's probably about like the cutting room floor, but it's wild to me sometimes when they'll be like, yeah, it's missing that thing. Anyway, congratulations, you're the winner. And you're like, what? Maybe it's like the fish head one was good, but it's also like it's fish heads, which I don't know. Like I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that make fish head soup, but I feel like it's not something that you see traditionally, maybe, or like maybe it's like it's got a, like that. I think maybe a very acquired taste. So it's just like at the end of the day, like the thing that like really brings you back home is the thing that you want. It also could be just two different writers. Who knows? Maybe you tune in to a future episode and it's still the two of them, and maybe one wins, the other one doesn't. Who knows? I don't know how this works yet. We're still in alpha. I say we as if it's my game. I also don't know if it's going to save the fact that I've watered these plants. So when I come back next time, I might drop into the game and find that I have to do this again. But there's only one way to find out. And that's to learn by doing. And the only way to begin, or whatever it is. I was originally from Singapore. Interesting. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Let me pop to here. Say, how do I save? I guess I can't. I just have to do this. Are you sure you want to quit the game? Yes. Success. Okay. Well, I think that was a pretty good, shortened stream. It's definitely the shortest one I've done so far here in 2023. And I'm looking forward to moving on and doing more of this. I think the next stream, though, we will be doing something else. I think I kind of, I don't know. We'll see what I can do. I might do another cozy game. I've also thought about finally kind of dipping into some of the games that like I have that are a little bit more like motion or I don't know, like focus or whatever. Because I have some like games that I've played before, but just like I haven't played like the remastered versions of kind of thing, like Alan Wake, which does scare the hell out of me. Then there's also, of course, always BioShock, which is such a classic. I love those games so much, and I have the remasters of those. So who knows? I also consider doing one of the old Final Fantasy games, like somewhere like between 1 and 4, like one of those 4. I think could also be a fun thing to jump into, because like the turn-based stuff is I don't know, I enjoy turn-based strategy games. There's something about those that scratches the itch of like playing Pokemon when I was a small child. But that's going to do it for this stream though, for sure. So thank you so much for dropping by, to everyone who was here earlier, and of course to everyone who's still here with us at the end. I'm going to make sure that I actually have my outro music going, which would be smart before I, start talking and then actually ending the stream. We'll go with this one. This is a classic. Friend of the stream, friend of me, Sam's the Hero. It will be a good way to go out. And I will see you all next time.